So one character we're going to meet in the new Game of Thrones spin-off, A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, is Prince Daeron Targaryen, and he's often known as Daeron the Drunken. There's a few Daerons in the family. This one is the son of Prince Micah Targaryen, himself son of King Daeron II. So Daeron the Drunken is the grandson of the king, and he's always pissed. He's always half cut. He's always drinking. And the question is, why? Is he masking something? And I think there's a very good case that Daeron the Drunken was really Daeron the Dragon Dreamer. Now, just before I go any further, I'm going to give a quick spoiler warning in case you don't know this story and you're waiting to watch it in January when this new show airs. So if that's the case, scroll on now. So the character of Egg is also Prince Aegon of House Targaryen. He's Daeron's youngest brother. There's 4 brothers and they've got 2 sisters as well. And Egg says Daeron has these dreams about dragons. And I think that's the reason why Daeron drinks so much. I think that's his coping mechanism. I think there are a lot of Targaryens throughout the generations who experience dragon dreams, which are these weird dreams where you don't really know what's going on. It's hard to make head and a tail of them, but you're getting these messages, these visions, and you're trying to decipher them. And most people, they kind of fail. I mean, I understand why Daeron drinks, because if that was the case and he did have dragon dreams, I think I would drink as well, especially if there's Targaryens in the past who have been labelled as mad, as like cranks, as like just total crackpots. If that's the case, then would you want to open up and say, yeah, I'm having these weird dreams, I don't really know what's going on? You wouldn't. You'd keep quiet. You'd try and blank it out. You'd try and cope with it in whatever way you could. And one way is to drink. That could be Daeron masking his dragon dreams. That could be his way of coping. And I think a lot of Targaryens are incorrectly labelled as mad when really they're more likely to be dragon dreamers than not. Think about it. These weird visions coming to you and you're not understanding what it's all about. Like, they come to you in riddles, so nobody is expected to understand what this all means, but you're still going to try and work it all out, and it could drive you crazy. It could drive you to distraction. It could drive you to drink. We know that Daeron's brother Prince Aerion came to believe that if you drank wildfire, then you could turn into a dragon. I mean, where did he get that from? Did that come to him in a dream? Did he have a dream himself? Was he a dragon dreamer? And this was what he interpreted it to mean. Like, oh guys, it's wildfire. That's the secret. That's the key. I think it's very likely that the majority of Targaryens that are labelled as mad were really dragon dreamers. And I think the phrase, when a Targaryen is born, the gods flip a coin, is a really unfair label because it's just not accurate. It's just not true. A lot of mad Targaryens, the things that they do could be explained away as them experiencing and trying to cope with dragon dreams and struggling in the process. Take someone like the Mad King, for example, who already, in fairness, had a propensity for mood swings and he was already a bit grumpy. He had a tendency to behave pretty poorly. But I think there's a very strong chance he actually experienced dragon dreams, and that is just what tipped him over the edge. That's what pushed him into total paranoia. There's this artwork, and it's part of the official A Song of Ice and Fire calendar artwork. And so to me, that is like George R.R. Martin approved, and it's of the Mad King, and it looks to me like he's being haunted in his dreams. I'm interpreting this as proof. This helps my case that I think Aerys was a dragon dreamer as well. If that happened to you, what would you do? How do you explain it to people? How do you get them to understand without sounding like a raving lunatic? Yeah, I had these dreams, and if we just do this, this, and this, it's scary, and I wouldn't want to put my neck on the line and be like, yeah, I'm having these weird dreams. I would feel self-conscious as well. So I think a lot of Targaryens internalized this, and a lot of them struggled to cope because of that, and then they were labelled as mad. But the reality is they're far more likely to have been dragon dreamers, and I think Prince Daeron the Drunken is a perfect example of this.